Hello, and welcome to Good Morning RPG. I'm your host, Leia, with my friend here, Matt.
Oh,
And I think we're ready.
nothing but ready.
we're very excited today. Well, at least I'm very excited today.
I got a wave of tired as I pressed that button, but other than that, I'm good. I mean, this coffee hasn't even started to kick in yet. So.
You can have my beans.
You got a lot of beans.
Take my beans.
Got so many beans.
I came home from a very successful trip to New York, and I love going up there because of the local game store. So we found out that my hometown local game store, because it's the only one in the area, is like, not only is it massive already, but they're about to move into a larger building, which I'm so excited for. Like, I've been going to the store since I was probably 14.
Yeah.
And like, it was a little itty bitty shop, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm just so proud of them. I'm so happy for them.
That's great though. Usually the stores close down after 10 years.
Mm-hmm. That's only 7 years. No, I wish it was only 7 years. Oh gosh. 14. That's 16. No, wait. I'm doing my math wrong. 10 years ago, I would have been 21. Why is math hard?
Math is always hard. That's why we like to play Dungeons and Dragons, a game that sneaks in math. So we don't notice
16 years. 16 years. That GameStop is still open. 16. I'm so happy for them. You're only 31, that's going.
I'm only 30. Only.
Only. I'm the baby of the group too. I'm the youngest. Well, at least of my friends group. If we include Matt, then I'm not the youngest anymore. I'm not the baby. D&D is just secret math. You know,
D&D is secret math.
If I have to add 7 and 9 together ever, that is when my brain, like, those are the two numbers that I can never add together. 7 and 9. You'd think I'd figured it out by now.
With the 9 number, I just look at whatever. It's like whatever number it is, you -1, and it's the next, the next version up. So it's like,
my brain.
Does that make sense? Like, am I making sense?
My brain is like, dude, if you just take 1 away from 9, then it's 8 and 8. That's 16.
I just go like +10, -1.
I'm secretly smart in my own brain.
But my brain.
Tell me you feel old when you're staring down 40. I don't know. My knees feel 40. I
have unfortunately heard that the second you turn 30, your body starts revolting in various places.
God.
I haven't had any of that yet.
My knees are starting to like really do it on me. But like, I think the part of the problem is I sit with my knees crossed all the time.
Oh, that'll be it.
All the time.
That's constant pressure on your poor knees.
Like, yeah, so my knees have gotten pretty beat up.
Are you cross-legged right now?
Right now. I told my partners, I was like, I need one of those neurodivergent chairs where I can like swish it around and like I can like kneel.
I just leg jig.
Lean on the back.
I leg jig.
See, my partner leg jigs, and my dad used to do it too, and it drives my mom nuts.
It drives everyone nuts.
I actually I can tune it out. Like I can't even, like, it doesn't register in my brain because I used to do it.
Jess freaking does this thing where I'll be leg jigging and she just kind of like, without saying anything, she'll just touch my leg. And then that's the signal to stop. But sometimes I think it's affection and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then she's like, stop. It's the opposite. You're tricked with love and it's telling me to stop doing something.
Well, because it's funny, because like over the weekend when I was spending time with my family, my dad, who is a I don't know, he's like me, but 20 years older.
Yeah.
He's obnoxious. It's great. So he was reading my nephew a bedtime story. And he's doing all these like really funny video voices and stuff. And I'm trying to take a video. And I'm like leaning on my partner and he's leg jigging. and I put my hand down on his leg to like kind of quietly like, could you stop this? But because that is never anything that I because it never bothers me, he was just like, what's up? And I was like, no, stop. Just for a second, because my video is doing this.
Like, yeah, see, if it's like interrupting the thing I'm doing, yeah. If it's like, I can deal with it if it's just like a slight movement, you know? When people jig next to me, I push my leg up theirs and start jigging back at the same time. It always gets them to stop. I don't know if I'd stop. Like, I've had someone to tell me to stop leg jigging. I stop, and then I immediately do it again. Because it's so subconscious. Yeah,
you're not ever thinking about it.
No. So, like,
I don't know.
When you were, by the way, when you were saying when your seat position, you were like, you know, my legs are currently like locked in. Like I say that like, I'm not putting pressure on my knees, but my legs are kind of like locked in, almost tucked under my seat. And if they weren't doing that, I'd be leg jigging. And if they weren't doing that, I would have a very brief period of just like fucking chucking my legs out in front of me, just like dangling them almost. And that's probably the most relaxed my legs get. Paint yourself. Look at this guy. This guy's like, I want to paint with you. And then he conveniently wasn't available that weekend. No, he was out doing shit. But I was like, I'm going to set up a paint day. And then Ben's like, I'm not going to be there. I'm like, oh.
So, but yeah,
I know that you want to do it. Huh?
So speaking of the game store, so I know I mentioned offhandedly that I had gotten some fun things from the game store. These are, let's just talk about.
Holy shit, 2 books. All right.
2 books. What? So we have an addition to the regular. So this is Seasons of Mystery.
Is that yeah.
4 more adventures for the standard Vaesen series. 1 for each season.
All right.
So we've got a springtime, a summertime, an autumn, and a winter themed adventures for the base game of Vaesen. How are you gonna say it?
Vaesen.
And then this darling. This is the Mythic Britain and Ireland. So it's another, like, it's almost like another setting book. Think of it. This has got info on like London, the British Isles, some of Ireland. I think I saw a thing for the Island of Skye on here, and it's also got 3 new archetypes. Well, you can't see because of the bright lights. But
Mr. Fisticuffs is an archetype.
We've got athlete, entertainer, and socialite.
All right, that's pretty good.
It's so cool. But these are, I'm so excited because like now we've got some expansions into like British society, London, Mythic Britain and Ireland. Let's see, a guide of mythology of Mythic Britain and Ireland with information on a score of mythological locations across the islands. Chapters detailing several mythical beings with stats, backgrounds, and information, story seeds, and variants. And 3 new complete mysteries to play. So I can't wait to crack into these books.
I love the art in those books as well. It's so nice.
And this book does not disappoint.
It's got that unsettling children's book vibe to the art. You know the one I'm talking about? The ones I'm talking about?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's the same artist.
Like, look at these beautiful. Whoa. This is a detailed map of London.
I would be looking directly here, but you're over on this screen as well, and it's just bigger there, so I can see it in more detail. It's dope.
So cool.
That's so cool. I do have another thing to do that we haven't got yet, and it's because I haven't enabled it, but bam, is that working? Hey, that's working. We now have captions on the stream. You don't have to listen to us with audio. So cool. You've just got video coming through your feed. You can read everything that's coming through depending on how it reads my accent. And it won't let me change my name.
Such a dweeb. So yeah, these.
So I'm such a dream, apparently. Such a dream. Not a dweeb.
You
Doesn't know
are
what dweeb is. I'm a dream.
You're such a dream.
I'm
You're
such a dream. I like watching. This tick is really bad for my my need to pay attention to things. But you know, it works.
This is why I keep the stream hidden behind lots of equipment.
I have to do it. I got to keep it all up. I got to monitor everything. You know, drop frames are only 0.2%. We're looking hot.
All right, and you want to know my big project? You want to know what I'm working on today?
What are you working on today?
This new big project that I'm really excited for.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, I didn't. Oh shit! I didn't realize it was that one. That's sick.
I'm gonna work on a pod racer. My dad, in all of his sass,
heck yeah,
has been very upset that I haven't put together. He got me a War of the Worlds set last year. I know I talked a little bit about it after I got it last year.
Yeah.
But I haven't put it together because I really want to do LEDs because it's got a clear hub on the top of it. I like how this orange
that box made your box white balanced you to the white of the box, and now you're completely in like a nice evening get up going.
So that's blue.
Funny. Now that's pod racing.
But, yeah. So in all of his sass, he was like, I got you one that you can do that doesn't need LEDs. Now, granted, I could wait to do the LEDs for this, but I think I'm just gonna put it together. But I really want to do like a Mos Eisley diorama. Like this comes with like a base plate that you can put it on, but I want to do it on like an actual
ban.
I want to do it on like a really cool diorama type thing. So that's what I want to do.
That sounds rad.
I
also got stuff for a diorama that I want to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Like, I still also don't have all of the components, but...
Come on, camera. Balance back out. I need something blue. Come on, camera.
So I have the startings of this one. That's all good, Jess. I've got the mod controls basically like always, not always up, but I have like the 3 buttons for timeout, ban, and delete message that like appear in OBS, so I can just click now. So if you don't get to it, I can get to it.
But I don't know how to do it.
Didn't we turn them off for you immediately because we were like, oh god, what do you do? Oh no.
No.
Sometimes mods aren't always there, you know? You work a lot. Anyway, I have so you know how I won that voucher and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I got a funny story about that. I'm gonna turn this light off because it's directly glaring on what I have. So I got these with the voucher in the end. Like I got a Grey Knights Combi Patrol, and I got a Blight Lord. Well, he's called Blight Lord Terminators, a Nurgle. Got some Nurgies, and so he took your gerb. I only really wanted the guys out of it. What'd you spill on yourself?
Coffee.
What'd you spill on yourself? Oh.
Coffee all over myself.
I didn't even see.
I went to take a drip, but I was also like, trying to pay attention and look.
You were very smooth about that until I saw you doing like this. I'm sure the stream
I don't feel like it was very. You were concentrating. I was being a mess.
Soda stream source. I don't know why it's quoting me as Soda Stream. This captioner doesn't really work for Australian accents, and I think it's funny.
No, I don't think so.
Look, this is the only one that could do, like, both of our feeds talking at the same time, so I don't know. It'll work. Okay, so, I got this box. I got Jess a little thing. And then I'm opening this up when the post came, and Jess is just like, oh, I fucked up. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, was that on your present list? I was like, yeah. She's like, all right. I've already bought you this exact box as a present, and then I didn't realize that was the box you're buying until you opened it just now and I saw it. And I was like, but I've been talking about this for like 2 weeks. She's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, oh, honey. So I went on to like a buy, sell, swap page, and I basically sold it within like 4 hours. Like I was like, if we can get the money back, because I don't need 2 of these. If we can get the money back for that one, I can just give you that money back, and then you can just, there's no foul or anything, or any I still appreciate all of it, but like do what that, yeah. You got to bet that they don't buy it. Well, we have so Jess and I have set up we keep having trouble buying shit for each other because both of us are little brain goblins that kind of just go buy stuff out of the blue. But it's like forever and always. And it was supposed to be for Christmas, and then I was supposed to get that. And then Jess forgot that she'd already ordered something, so I got that instead. And then she just kept the box on standby. So I would have had it at Christmas, and then it went, and then I would have got it. She went in all black and rolled red. So I didn't order this till after Christmas, but then, all of that happened. I put it on Facebook Marketplace because Jess bought it for probably the cheapest you could find it off I don't remember where, but basically some guy offered her $30 more than she paid for it. So with the shipping and everything, she ended up profiting $5-10, which is funny.
Right on.
So she ended up getting the whole box back in money. So now, it was completely all good.
It all worked out.
Yeah. And I was like, look, just, I was like, here is another suggestion of something roughly the same price that I also want to do a big project with at some point. So we'll see if that comes or I accidentally buy. The same, history repeat itself. The same thing. Let's come back to me in 6 to 10 months, and let's see if I accidentally had the same thing happen. Oh, well. Anyway. I was playing that Chaos Gate game?
Mm-hmm.
So, Grey Knights. Big part of Chaos Gate. In fact, you play Grey Knights. I sold this one. I don't like it. I got rid of this to my friend Stu. I was like, fuck this guy. I don't like the big, ugly fucking baby carrier papoose mech. It's shitty and ugly. I don't like it. It's dumb. I don't have a need for that model. You can't play it in the game. And it's not going to be part of my diorama. Got rid of it. So I have all of these guys instead. I got all of these guys, and your squad consists of a couple of these. A librarian can also be a character you can use. So I was like, okay, I have enough models that I can do some conversions, and if I fuck some up, I have extra body parts to do more stuff. The Nurgle part is who they're going to fight. So with the parts in here, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a full 5 out of this kit, but I can see this body and this head and this gun and all this. Basically, I'm going to Frankenstein parts to make the exact models out of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's part of the idea. Problem is they didn't come with a shield, but I found a fix for that. And I found this guy. This is the guy. He's like an Age of Sigmar model, but he actually has the exact shield from the video game. So I found him for the cheapest possible. And I'm going to just cannibalize that shield and turn that model in, basically I'm going to have a lot of spare parts out of it, but then I can make other weird models and then call them D&D or something.
We love weird models. Yeah. We love them. The
goal overall is that, I toyed with the idea of if I wanted to do a YouTube video on this in a Midwinter Minis or a Miniac style, basically making a Chaos Gate diorama where you have the squad, the main force squad of your kitted out Grey Knights fighting a bunch of Nurgle. I think the main thing that I don't have yet is the do you know the Dreadnought for those things, the Chaos Dreadnought?
Not familiar. I'm not super familiar with the game.
It's just a stumpy walking mech thing, and it's got one of its arms is 3 tentacles, metal tentacles with spikes all over it, and it's kind of all wiggly on one side, and it has a giant plasma cannon on the other side. And it looks like you could bend those coils around. So in the game, what they do is grab you with those tentacles, and then they just throw you and kill you. So I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to get the Grey Knight. One of the Grey Knights is caught up in the tentacles, and like caught around, wiggled and rolled around. The other 3 are like doing the killing blow, which causes like a self-destruct mode in the game. So he has like the big energy marker going like, get the fuck out of this zone or you're all gonna die. And then you've got like some Terminators or regular guys also contributing to that fight. So probably like
I think it sounds cool.
8-ish models all having like a big fight and like as a scene from the game. And that's like what I want to do. And then depending on how that goes, I have an idea for a second part of it, which would be like almost like a bookend to the same diorama. Like on the reverse side of the wall, you have like the final boss fight of the game taking place, because the last mission, spoiler alert, you fight Mortarion with like your own legendary character figure, and you have a second squad of 4 guys, so you're playing with 2 squads of 4 in each. And so the second diorama would be the Morty fight. But, like, I need to get through this first one, because I'm not going to plan for both, just in case the first one's too hard. And I won't do the second one, just in case the first goes good or not. But I was like, that'd be really cool, because you could, like, have it as bookends as well. Or, like, you know, you have, like, 2 shelves of diorama, but then if you want to have a 3D diorama, you just put them back to back. Anyway.
I think that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is like this is like one of those like, this is not going to happen anytime. This can't happen anytime soon, because if I bought all of the models required, you know, I need to buy. I'd still need to buy a Dreadnought. I need to buy a squad of Plague Marines as well. So it's another probably $150, $200 worth of models that I need to still collect to be even able to start converting these things. But yeah. That's a cool thing I want to work on. And I'm probably just gonna do this and record through OBS while I just like do the hobby part. Because this angle, you know, this angle's quite good for just like doing stuff. Like I can very much just record this and then voice over it on it later. So even if like it doesn't work out that I don't want to do a little video with it, there's no time wasted, because all I need to do is just press record while I'm hobbying anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real low effort kind of recording, and it'll work, and it should work out. I just need to like be able to do it. I got to make sure to do it in a space while the camera can see it. What do you got there? You doing some stoof?
Yeah. I like it how it tells me, important, read these instructions first. Make me.
You know, with these things, probably do it.
Just out of spite, no. What does it say? General assembly. This is a highly detailed kit featuring precision-tooled parts for ease of assembly. Care and patience must be exercised to achieve optimal results.
Optimal, not just good results.
Optimal.
Nuclear, it's pronounced.
It's
it just reminds me of that.
Use instructions.
Oh, welcome back.
It will allow you to gain clear understanding of how parts fit together in order to best plan painting and final assembly. Some assemblies note that the kit is intended to be built in sub-assemblies. This kit makes building the kit far more manageable, but is very important to note that it can be extremely advantageous to apply paint and decals to sub-assemblies before completing final assembly.
Oh, okay. It's saying if you want to get fancy-mancy, are you going to sub-assembly, or are you just going to...
Maybe.
You'll never finish it if you do that.
Ouch!
No, I'm talking like a general painter sense. I never fucking able to start my sub-assemblies.
This kit includes water slide decals. The decals are compatible with setting solution, which can be applied to conform around surface details. See the diagrams on the box to apply the instructions regarding the decals and paint placement. For the best results, apply clear coat for final finish. There. You happy, Matt? I read the direction.
What?
What?
I wasn't upset that you weren't.
What? As Alex was asking me, my partner was asking me if I was going to build this diorama with one of my X-Wings.
Yeah.
Or, with the X-Wing that I built. And I was like, dude, these are totally 2 different scales.
Oh, are they?
My X-Wing is 170 seconds, and this is 130 seconds. So the pod racer will be the same size. The pod racer is actually going to be bigger than the the X-Wing that my dad built is probably the correct size.
Because the X-Wings it's not a huge amount bigger than that craft, is it?
It's not
bigger,
huge,
but not
it's
like
also
ridiculously
not
big.
tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. This is the chassis and the base. See, like I got this cool little plasticky. That's the little thing that goes between them. I don't like that it's pink, but
isn't it pink in the thing?
It's like purple. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you could wash that with purple ink and you'd probably tint it.
Possibly. With a little bit of blue dry brushing. I thought it was funny because my dad was telling me, he's like, oh, well, you don't have to wait to put LEDs in this one. And I'm like sitting there thinking, well, I could technically put LEDs like for the little bit that goes across the pods.
Have you seen the guy that puts like LEDs in the helmets of his Marines so they light up the eyes?
No.
That's pretty sick. I think it's
That's overachieving.
I think it's that one.
So overachieving.
It's pretty good though.
That's overachievement. Get out of here with that. Oh my gosh.
I would love to see a little LED in like a as like their laser sight. That'd be cool.
There's a guy who actually I sent him one of your I sent you one of his videos for the Gundams.
I was about to say I don't have mini videos.
No. I sent you a video of him doing Gundams.
Yeah.
I think they were in 1/172nd scale. Oh yeah, because you wanted to like pose your Tau, one of your Tau commanders, and I was like, oh, this is a really cool video. So he does a lot of LEDs. My favorite one has to be he does a Battle of the Five Armies, but it's Space Marines versus like some World War II fighters, some like knights on horseback, stormtroopers, and like one other one. I thought it was the funniest shit.
That's fair. Well, speaking of posing
and he did like LEDs for like.
Speaking of posing Tau like Gundams, I actually did that over the last week. So I was finally like, I was sitting there going like, I really should build the final bits of my Tau. So got this guy.
That's fancy.
Look at this guy. And I built this this. I don't know if I like this base yet. It feels like I did like the cut foam kind of focus, please. I did the cut foam thing and like put some texture paste on it, and I don't know if I like it yet. I put some skulls underneath because I'm gonna have like a little drone scanning it. But the idea was to have this guy like leaping off the base that way, like almost like that.
Yes.
Can you see that? Yeah.
Yes.
So like I like the idea of just the foot's that point of contact. I might pin it through the rock. But like
that would be a good idea.
Yeah, really dynamic looking pose. I like my battle suits to be really dynamic.
That's very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, so I was like, I literally was looking up, like my reference photos were dynamic Gundam poses on like Google image search.
Oh my god.
Oh, and I finished my goats. I finished most of my goat conversions. I can show these off as well. I
hate this number system.
Oh yeah. Alright, here we
go. 2L.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. Oh god, I hate this plastic. This is gonna be...
It's a bad time.
This is gonna be a hard to finish. I hate this plastic. It's very hard. It's like flimsy.
Well, yeah, I got some. I finished up all the goats as well. Well, actually, I think I've got 10 now. Yeah, I've got a full 10 now, ranging between like small and tall. But yeah, check that out, Leia.
Ooh, I like him.
Yeah, so I got like the stealth suit body and put it on top of these gore bodies, which are like the Beast of Chaos goats.
Yeah.
And then I've got like a guy looking through his binoculars. he can't see through both, so he just uses one eye. I've also got some like little goats, like based on like literally just a head swap for the Tau bodies, and then I cut off their ponytails like little tails.
Ooh, those are cool. I like those.
Yeah, and then I was extra and made this big chunky guy with like a minigun, and I showed my mate, and they were like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "I don't know. I just liked making it." So it's still the same, like functionally in game, still a fire warrior, but now he has a rotating Gatling pulse rifle.
You know, for funsies.
Yeah, and then I couldn't work out the last pose for this guy, so I got the head with like the horn strapped to it, and he's doing like a headbutt charge.
Yeah, I like that.
Because he's a goat.
Why does this not feel right?
Starting to get to the point where I have more auxiliary Tau than actual fire warriors, which is okay by me. And I need metal paints today because I'm painting this guy. Oh god, what's his name? He can be the goat. Ah, yes, very good.
God,
what's his name? Jacob Bugmanson. There he is. Alright, so... do the old pull up my... reference image through a browser window.
when is this?
It's not gonna work today.
Doesn't feel right.
What don't feel right?
This like...
Is it gold? Can't tell what's gold and what's not on this model. What's that color? Red. So
Are we sure? Are we sure?
I can't do that.
1R.
I can't tell if this guy's brass or gold. This is a job for the Citadel color app.
Wait, are these the same? Ah, fuck. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna find where's 4R. The chaos of model making.
I've completely forgotten the name of these guys. Can you sort by army? You can.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. Order. Caradron Overlords. Jesus Christ. How do you keep that name?
Oh! Speaking of other armies, did I tell you what my husband got me? Like he came home with spontaneously? Okay. So I think it was the last time we painted. we were having a conversation. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do when I finish my sisters? When I have like nothing else? Cause like, I'm not gonna get any more sisters models for a while. Like, they're not gonna make any more for a while.
Yeah.
Cause, you know, all this stuff. So, so I was telling him that I was looking at the Slaanesh army. I want to do Age of Sigmar. Yeah. Because, you know, I've done 40k for my sisters. I want to go Age of Sigmar. I want to do bad guys. Oh shit. What piece was I just working on? Put a piece down that looks the same as everything else. So I was telling him that, like, I was thinking of Hedonites of Slaanesh or Night Haunts.
Oh, yeah.
So... I was like, those are the two. I think those are the two.
Night Haunts are really cheap models as well, if you like those, because they're like one of the starter armies.
Are they?
Yeah, you know how like it's always like Space Marines versus something. In not the edition that's currently out for, not the current edition that's out for Warhammer. The one before it was Fantasy Space Marines versus Ghosts. And now it's Fantasy Space Marines versus Orcs. So, if you go back and, like, look into, like, the Soul Wars box, or, like, the old starter ones, like Tempest of Souls, or, like, the old, like, the previous edition. You can probably still find them for cheap, but the previous edition of Warhammer is basically the starter pack, because you'll end up with a shitload of Stormcast Eternals, which is, you know, that's fine or whatever. You know, you can sell those off because everyone plays that army. But then you'll get a really good value for money on the Ghosts as well.
Because, like, I love the Ghost look, first of all. I think they're so cool looking.
They got some really nice, easy to build models too. Like, they're really dynamic.
I thought that they would be so cool to paint with my airbrush.
I see a lot of people doing that. I've seen like a oh god, I saw like a synthwave ghost army, and I was like, that's pretty sick. So they like started off like deep purples, and then the back of their cloaks, where the color shift would happen, to be like bright pink.
Ooh. So I was telling him about that, and he comes home like that day.
He's already done it
with Hedonites of Slaanesh. And I'm like, first of all, I wanted to choose.
Is this birthday present material, or was this just like he's already just done it?
This was just like he just like came home with it, like a box of Hedonites. So I've got like the Hedonite, like the archers.
Oh, cool. Oh, so like did like a single squad. He didn't go out and go hard and get like an army box.
No, God, no.
Oh my gosh. Because I know that the Hedonites have a Christmas battle box that came out last year.
Oh gods.
Yeah, it's called like the Pleasure Tithe or something like that. Because of course, like the closest to the queer faction in 40k or Sigma are the ones that are all like sex crazed.
Ah! Sorry, I didn't mean to shout quite so loud.
Ow, my like, freaking ears!
I hate when like you put glue on something and then you immediately drop it. I'm sorry. I'm like building really close to my body because I'm stressed out.
That's alright.
Your girl is stressed.
My camera keeps not focusing and it makes me want to change the... Oh, actually I can do that. I was thinking about this yesterday. It's like, why is my camera so high depth of field? And I don't always want it to be. So I'm going to turn up my buddy ISO, and my field of view should get larger. Yeah, that's better. The amount of light I'm dumping onto this mini should still be good. Nope, didn't really work.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's breaking. Wait, does it go?
Okay, that's operating better now.
Oh, fuck.
There you go. If you're using one of these cameras, higher ISO. No, not higher ISO. Wash everything in light a bit more. Higher aperture. Open that bad boy up.
Alright, this is irritating. Why is my glue not sticking? I've never had to hold anything this long.
So all of that's undercoated in gold, huh? Weird.
Hatsby, stay out of there, buddy. Meow.
Meow.
He's like sniffing my guitar.
Ah, something new in the house for me to eat.
Is that how it's supposed to go in there? Yes. Let's see if I can move this closer to myself so y'all can see what I'm doing. I did not know. Okay, because here was my problem. So this, according to the directions, it says 2L and 1R.
Hmm.
And then 5L for 5L and 4R. I did not know that that meant I am building the same piece twice. Like, I thought that 2L and 1R were going to stick together, but really they're the same piece on
two different halves.
Two different
Oh, because it says
tabs.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's L and like left and right. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, shit, I had to find one of these bottom pieces. Like, well, I'm just gonna stick it to one of the pieces I've already got cut out, and we'll figure out which one I fucked up. Blah.
It's always weird learning like the new, because like each sprue, each company when they make their sprues has a different logic.
Yeah.
Like there's no universal way to do it. Or like each hobby type. Because that counts as like a separate hobby. Like maybe the Star Wars hobby, all of those models operate that way. But then like all of the Warhammer stuff operates with like, you have sprue A, 1 through 100.
Well, so I've built another Star Wars model. I built that that X-Wing.
Did it do the
but
same?
that was a Bandai model. So this is not Bandai. This is
or
Bandai. This is AMT. So I know that these are going to be different. And then like the War of the Worlds model I have is a Pegasus.
Oh, so you reckon it's just based on like just which company does it then?
I think it's just which company, yeah. Alright, so 5L is going to go with this piece. I need accelerator.
Like glue accelerator?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used that. I do the thing where you like breathe hot air onto it because moisture activates it better. You ever done that? I'm talking like with super glue, not plastic glue.
I mean, like
No, I'm talking like you get like the hot air from like, you don't like blow fast. You do like the slow breathe out where you get like the hot moist air out of your lungs.
I guess not.
No, yeah, it's supposed to apparently like the moisture in your breath is like denser when it's more hot. and then it makes it activate more because it's like different. I don't know the exact science, but even if it's a placebo effect, it works for me. Even if it's just like something to do while I'm gluing it.
Yeah. This is like really hard plastic, and it's like, oh, making me nervous. My hands are all sweaty.
Yeah, all sweaty.
Okay, so this is how stressed I am. Both of my feet are on the floor. I am not sitting cross-legged anymore.
Oh, damn. It's serious model time.
It's serious model time.
Oh, man. Okay. When we were saying that, I was like, oh, that'd be a funny Twitch clip. And then I reminded myself of the fucking... Did you see the TikTok I made last week?
I did. We're not... I don't have you on TikTok.
I put it on I put it on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Oh, well,
the one about the OGL.
I've been avoiding Twitter for the most part, and I'm not very active on Instagram. I need to change that.
No worries. Well,
I need to be better.
you get to hear it firsthand and new then. I was like looking at the new OGL stuff, and I'm like, this reminds me of that Futurama episode where the Slurm Queen was talking about releasing Slurm Classic, everybody hating it, but it was a marketing ploy so that they could release Slurm again and make billions in the same recipe. And so I got that clip and just put like Wizards of the Coast over the Slurm Queen and like the OGL 1.1 over Leela as she's about to get dumped in the Slurm.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, you did see that? Yeah.
Okay, I did see that.
You become a Slurm Queen like myself. But Your Highness, she's a commoner. Her Slurm will taste foul. And then yeah. So I put that on TikTok, and it's got like nearly 20,000 views already.
Yeah, it got really popular.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Like, I made that in like half an hour. And I showed my D&D group, and they were like, oh, that's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, the last time I had one like this, it was the PlayStation one. When I made my PS5 one, I showed the players, and like, one of them was like, dude, I saw that on Reddit. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, I was like, I put that on, guys, I saw that on Reddit. And they were talking about it. I was like, good. My memes are going places.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it also did make it to Reddit. I think I saw it.
Yeah.
On there.
If anyone wants context, it's the, it's Split the Party TikTok, but it's like, I saw the PS5 and I'm like, that looks like the Doug Dimmadome hat. So I video tracked it to that as and then put it on a bunch of older memes. But now, so the OGL one has overtaken that older TikTok. It's like our second most viewed.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here going like, unfortunate. TikTok, our TikTok does better than every other platform. Oh well.
TikTok is weird that way, though.
Yeah, TikTok's weird and fleeting. It doesn't have longevity, unfortunately.
I hate having to hold stuff.
You got into oh! It's a public holiday for NATO. Sorry. Okay, so it's
like, wait.
It's a public holiday today for Australia. So which means NATO, who works full time, and Benji, who works full time.
Woo!
That makes sense. I now understand why everyone's here, and like both. We don't talk about the holiday because no one likes it, because it is basically Invasion Day, and it is a horrible thing. But everybody gets a public holiday.
It is like Christopher Columbus Day over here.
This is our Columbus Day.
We're making it like, okay.
Yes,
okay.
we are. This is our Columbus Day. Everybody gets public holiday and does benefit from it. Jess's work actually said that they can still work today and take another public holiday if they don't want to participate in it, which is, I think, quite a good and progressive thing, like offering to, you can have your public holiday elsewhere. Yeah, we don't talk about holiday. It's just blank holiday today. You know what it actually is? It's George's birthday. It's actually George's birthday today.
George.
So unfortunately, he does get the public holiday as well. George is out shooting his indie film at the moment thing. But happy birthday, George. We will take this public holiday and call it George's public holiday.
Georgia's public holiday.
Now, I know nobody else, unless you're born on the 26th of January, gets a public holiday specifically on their birthday, but apparently George is special. I got glue on buildings. I've seen NATO. I'm in NATO's little Warhammer group chat. I think I'm the only non-Perth person in it. But I've seen NATO buy so many Warhammers over the last week. You're an animal.
Yes.
And they're all rolling dice and shit, and I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. I mean, I can do that in August, but I can't do that on the regular with them.
I think in the States, people have been
That's true.
taking Christopher Columbus Day and turning it into Indigenous Peoples Day. That is what.
Oh yeah. So they're not trying to change the date like we are. They're trying to just convert the date, the holiday itself.
Yeah, they're like, okay, screw you, Christopher Columbus. We're gonna have Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah. I think R1. I don't know if you could just. I don't think with R1 you could easily do that. Cause like, yeah, a lot of pain associated with R1 quite intensely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I get that. Okay, so this is the same part of two different engines. I'm gonna put this over here to dry. Please dry. I have to do that all over again. Blah.
I feel weird painting this guy in so much gold, but I know that the gold's gonna be like one's gold and one's brass.
Mm-hmm.
But you still base coat it in Retributor.
You got this.
I'm not worried. It's just it's counterintuitive to what I would expect.
It's just weird in your brain.
Yeah, my brain right now is like everything's same color, but what?
Oh, wait. Do all the left parts go together?
Oh, that would be dope. I saw Gap Games got another set of boarding actions in. Are you going to get another one? Oh. Does it do a 2,000 point board, or does it just do like 500 pointers?
I thought for a second you were talking to me, and
no, I'm just
like I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh god, you'd have to spend so much money to get a 2,000 point board. Holy shit! Oh, is it always only? Could you play a large boarding action, or is it not really worth it?
This plastic does not want to.
Yeah, fair. What's the plastic doing?
It doesn't want. So I am, instead of, because like normally you see me using my sanding sticks, I'm using an actual file because this
is it like
plastic?
Is it plastic or resin?
It's definitely plastic because it is like. It is resistant. It is resisting me good. And it's not just like powdering off. It's like, so, forgot what the blacksmith term is for it. But plastic does something similar where like, if you, use a file one way, it will like, the plastic
with the grain.
It'll like burr. And then you gotta go the opposite way to like try and like roll this little piece off. Oh yeah, burr? Is it burr?
You said burr, and I thought you remembered the term. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But yeah, it's like it takes a little like it's like a little round bit of material, and it just folds over to the other side. So that's why when you're stropping, you need to strop one way and then strop the other, because you're taking this little bead of essentially metal in blacksmithing terms and attempting to get it to flake off. So that's what my plastic is doing, is it's like, instead of completely just coming off, it's like burring onto the edge, so I have to go the opposite way to try and like
I have seen that
separate
before.
it.
Yeah. I've seen that on my models.
So
I didn't know that was
this is like being like particularly stubborn. And I need 3. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I need 3 L. I think all the L's go together. Which would make this one the left. We're hoping. I'm hoping. I'm just guessing at this point.
This guy's got like a little mech. He's got a little mech suit on to be able to carry his fucking beer tankard storage on his back.
We all want just a little beer tankard that we can carry around.
I mean, he'd be a great dwarven artificer model. Because he's like, he doesn't have any guns or anything. He's holding up a beer stein and holding an axe.
Seems legit.
I just wanted him because he was the beer dwarf.
I like that. That's funny.
Is all of this?
I think that's why I like those Hedonites, because like I think I'll still use them. I think I'm going to get the Night Haunts though. I think that's the next army I'm gonna work on.
Start off. There's a box called I think they're the Mymorn Banshees. They'll only be about $15 American.
Yeah, I did say a set that was like $9.
Yeah, that'll be them because they're like they're easier to build intro models. They're the ones that come in the starter sets. So you usually get like a couple of those.
Is that the four Banshees?
The 4 Banshees kit, yeah.
I just love those because like it's so cool to see like the
I got a bunch back there actually.
Like the armor that has no bodies in them, which is so cool. I think they just look so cool.
They're so when we were getting some of our Sigma stuff, I think I've got like 8 or so of those Banshees. Actually, hold on. I have this. I found this for real cheap, Leia. This is one of the old kits.
Ooh,
it's a paint kit.
Those are real cool.
So
oh, that's cool.
These are they're just the wraiths, and it gives you all the paints. Gives you all the paints for them.
Get this! Come back!
He's called.
Come back!
Yeah, this one. And you get 4 of these bad boys and 6 paints.
Oh, that's cool.
I got it. The box was damaged, so I got it for $20.
Right on.
Yeah, but these are the other really cheap ghost models.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to do those Banshees. I saw also that like they've got like that one really big Banshee. She's really cool. Yeah. Like the little librarian guy. Yeah, see, NATO and I we're on the same page here. That's my Sigmar my Sigmar army that I want. Come on.
I just realized. I have painted some on this stream. Do you remember this one, Leia?
Nope. But we've also been doing this stream for years.
Okay, well I think I did this on one of the charity ones. I was like, I'm gonna make a synthwave ghost. Oh no, yeah, this was
might have been.
This is the one that I was like, chat can choose my colors, and then I made this.
Yeah.
And it turned out really well.
Maiden of Grief. That's what it is. The Maiden of Grief. I want to paint them so bad.
She's great. I've seen her.
She's so pretty. Like, yes, please.
But yeah, this is what they normally look like. And then here's like the synthwave one I did. Side by side.
That's cool.
Yeah. They're good little models. I was doing a lot of... I was doing a lot of those as like practice models, like just trying to get better at like blending.
Mm-hmm. I'm really bad at blending. I need to work on blending and glazing.
If you want to paint those ghosts, they are if you want to paint them anything like the box arts or similar schemes or styles as the box art, you're going to be glazing for days, my dude.
Well, because here's the thing, is like glazing is one of those things that I want to work on. So, you know, I feel like when you take on a new set of like models or whatever like that, you want to learn to do something. Like you need to take it on with like.
Okay, learn. You'll be. I reckon then challenge. Oh, thanks, NATO. Stupid ads. Yeah, fair enough. Those models are specifically good for like glazing and wet blending if you want to try that. Because their cloaks are supposed to be like two-tone.
Like I said, I want to do airbrushing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that would be like my goal. Because like, so here's the thing. I've been seeing so many TikToks of people precision airbrushing.
They're just a small nozzle, right?
Yeah, it's just like having a small needle. And I want to get to that point. I want to get to the point where I can take like a 72 millimeter or a 32nd millimeter model and like airbrush skin tones. Hello. Precision airbrushing, yes.
Yeah, it's a sport now.
I mean, it feels like it should be.
Right?
Like for like a Christmas gift, I made my mom a miniature, and I did like a backdrop that had a like airbrushed sunset, and it looked really good. It just wasn't as like precise as I would have liked it, but I think it's also I have like a very general nozzle on my airbrush right now, or not nozzle. I have a
You got like a 2 or something, like a 2, like a 0.2.
I can't remember what it is because it came in the airbrush, but then I've got a 0.2 and a 0.5.
I got the one that is basically just good for base coating, and I've got a slightly smaller one as well because I just want to get used to that.
Basically what I've got.
Yeah, I think we've got the same one. I think it's a 0.3, and then a 0.2 is your precision, or a 0.1 even, and then a 0.5 is like do terrain with this or big models. I don't know the exacts. I'm probably wrong.
I have no clue what. I don't even know what's in my model right now. It's just like what's in the nozzle. I'll have to look up to see if my partner, who has all of like the order information, since he got it for me for my birthday.
I want to take some contrast paint and spray the rest of my wood, the woods. I want to airbrush those. Because it will save me many sit-downs of just painting wildwood base coat over the same models.
Oh, I would kill for some accelerator.
Oh, man. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh.
Interesting. The aged brass is different to what I thought. See how it goes. The brass on the model is like much less yellow than this is right now, so I'm really hoping whatever I do to it next dulls it down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like less warm. And it makes me think I should have used a
what's
different base coat.
well, what's your guide saying that it needs?
This paint guide's only like a very... It's saying... Oh, okay, it's saying use Agrax Earthshade, which would put it more brown.
Yeah, that's gonna not.
And then Reichland Flesh Shade for the actual gold, which is more red. Okay, that makes sense. That should work.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I can also like wash it with Nolan oil.
Yeah.
And like really take the red out of it. Yellow, whatever color it is. As much as a nice warm gold tone does look good, I don't want it to be like... I just don't want the whole model to be gold.
Yeah. Ah, shit.